Hello, Internet. My name is Leeroy, and I'm hunting for Forrest Fenn's treasure. If you wait just a second, I'll tell you all about surviving the road trip. Dang it, Billy Bob. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Oh, welcome back, Internet. Let's thank Billy Bob for hanging off the front of the truck out there like Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark so that we can film this here episode. It's a little dangerous, but I think he'll be alright. We're heading out to the Rocky Mountains with boots on the ground. Some folks call that a recon, but there ain't no sense in calling it that. A recon is just going to check things out. If you just going to check things out, you ain't got no confidence in nothing. We're going to get a treasure chest. We're on a mission. We've been driving a while now, and that's the problem with road trips. There's a lot of roads out there. One of the lines in Forrest Fenn's poem is, "Not far, but too far to walk." He's probably talking about a road of some sort. These things go on forever. He does talk a lot about road trips in his books. His dad was a principal in Temple, Texas, and every summer they went vacationing in Yellowstone. That's a long drive. There's a chapter in his book, The Thrill of the Chase, talking about how him and his brother drove home one time. It was a 1,600-mile trip across 5 states. That'd be a long time for Billy Bob to be hanging off the bumper if we were filming all that. Forrest Fenn was in a family of 5, so it was a cramped car most of the trip. I ain't ever tried to fit my whole family in a car. I don't think there'd any way that they'd fit in there. I'd probably need a school bus or something. So the problem with road tripping is that you get bored real easy as watching the miles go by. People invent all sorts of ways to pass the time. Rich folks these days, they just load up the car with a bunch of screens and watch Netflix the whole way. That's fine if you ain't the one driving, but if you is, you gotta think low tech. In a truck like mine, I can't even listen to audiobooks. It ain't got nothing but an 8-track. So I do the usual things. I count bottles of beer. I try to count the whole alphabet off of signs and license plates. Some letters are hard to find out there. I like to sing old sea shanties too. Ain't much difference in crossing the country in a car and the old sea explorers, except they talk about rum a lot and all I want is a beer. A lot of the time on the road is just spent thinking. It gets quiet out there and your mind wanders off a bit. Where does warm waters halt? How far is too far to walk? What exactly is the blaze? Did I leave the stove on? I like to keep beef jerky for when I get hungry, but sometimes I get a hankering and I want to stretch my legs a bit, so I like to stop off in towns along the way and try out local foods. For example, we just passed through St. Louis and I wanted to stop in and get a half mac. Don't bother Googling it, they don't exist. But I thought for sure they'd have a burger called a half mac on account of the arch there. I go to St. Louis and there was a burger stand down by the arch and I said, "I'd like a half mac, please." And they just kind of looked at me and said, "Do what?" So I says, "I want a Big Mac, a double-decker burger with secret sauce." I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. But I says I guess it'd have to be a half mac since you only got the one arch and it's silver. They didn't know what I was talking about, but it made sense to me. Then they asked if I wanted a double cheeseburger instead, and I said, "Shut up, stupid." And that's the problem with traveling long distances on the road. You run into other cultural differences where the people stop making sense. It don't make no sense at all that they only got one arch when everywhere else got double arches. And then they proud of it too. They got their one silver arch up in the photos all over the place. We got the double arches where I live, but we ain't going around being all high and mighty about it. You should always shoot for gold. Don't just put up a silver arch and pat yourself on the back. That's lazy. At least in St. Louis, they call a Coke a soda. Just before crossing the river, I went into a gas station and I asked the guy for a Coke and he called it a pop. I don't want no pop. I want a Coke. Round where I live, if you ask a fellow for a pop, he'll give you one all right, right on the nose. I have a cousin who married a gal from Boston. They call them tonics. Doesn't matter what you ask for, a Coke, a Mountain Dew. It's all tonic to them. I don't get it. But that's the sort of stuff you see on the road. You just got to remember there's weird people all over the place. That's how America works. Hey, this is Leroy. Hope you like my video. I got more coming for you to check out unless I find the treasure chest first. You can let me know in the comments section what you're thinking. If you like this video, be sure to click the like button below and subscribe. Be sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to check back soon for the next one. Holler at you later.